Right now, this is going up my street. This is at Martel and Sunset. I'm starting out this way first. Down there is the Rouse. Right there. Straight up that way is my street. See Sunset Motel. Right there is a bus stop. And then right there is Vista. Right here. By Sam Ash, that's actually Vista. And that's the street that I actually live on. But you can also get to my house on this street. To be continued. Children's Hospital, the history. Now, the King's Daughters was a women's charitable organization made up of progressive Los Angeles citizens seeing a crucial need for adequate medical care for Southland children. The group began to raise contributions for a pediatric hospital in Los Angeles. The women devised innovative fundraising like Socialite, Catholic store banning hugely successful doll department store on August the 11th. On April the 11th, 1901, the King's Daughters formally incorporated the Children's Hospital Society of Los Angeles. Soon after Children's Hospital was cared for young patients in a small two-story home, and that's the home right here. The first Children's Hospital opened 1902, a small two-story home at 768 Castro Avenue in what is today's Chinatown. At 768 Castro Street in what is today's Chinatown, it had only 4 beds and a surgery suite was in the kitchen pantry. Now, Kate Page Crutcher, warm, innovative, and strategic Kate Page Crutcher was president of the Children's Hospital Society from 1907 to 1946. I could not rest until something had been done to relieve this awful wretchedness, the sight of children crippled, ill, with no one to help them, she recalled. Crutcher oversaw the growth of Children's Hospital from a small charity house in a world-class pediatric hospital. She was a driving force behind the hospital's biggest step, the move to the rural countryside of East Hollywood. Kate Page Crutcher on her 83rd birthday, circa 1952. Now Santa Claus visits patients at Children's Hospital during the Christmas time, delighting them with an edible candy cane in 1951. Now, the move to East Hollywood, impressed with the hospital's mission, landowner Emma Phillips left 4 acres at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Vermont Avenue to the Children's Hospital Society in honor of her deceased daughter Lillian. Ground for the new medical center was broken in a ceremony on November 25th, 1912. Rita Belmont, tubercular patient at the Cascador site, turned from the spade of dirt with Kate Page Crutcher. Now, the facility celebrated its grand opening on February 7, 1914. President Woodrow Wilson presided over the ceremony via telegraph from the White House, and when he pressed a special button at his desk, all the lights in Children's Hospital were dramatically ablaze. Wow. Now, the hospital was designed to progress a pavilion plan with sunny rooms, screened porches, and mountain views. General Superintendent Marion Browner was credited with study at East Coast hospitals are reporting back on Innovative, which was included in building plans. Children's Hospital was the first major institution built in East Hollywood. It was an important catalyst for urbanization and growth, drawing new businesses and residents to the neighborhood. A vibrant new leader. Mary McAllister Dork, cheerful and energetic, joined the Children's Hospital in 1947. She was fundraising Dymo for 40 years, working full-time for no pay and always greeting the staff with a chipper good morning, darling girls, for her efforts. She was chosen as the girls for her efforts. She was chosen for the girls for her efforts. She was chosen for the Los Angeles Times 1951 Woman of the Year. Dork was president of the board of directors from 1970 until her death in 1990. In the 1950s, the hospital continued to expand the facilities and service with the establishment of hematology program and pediatric research laboratories. In 1956, Children's Hospital researchers published findings of the treatment of acute lymphatic leukemia with the drug prednisone, establishing the drug as a standard of care for treating this form of disease. This is Mary McAllister Dork. Now, two brothers with hemophilia disorder, which blood doesn't clot, normally being cared for at Children's Hospital in 1952. Now, the growth and many firsts. In 1962, nearly 9 acres of land surrounding the hospital were acquired, paving the way for continued growth and expansion through the next 5 decades. Among the many firsts, opening the first children's heart clinic in the Western United States, 1928, performing the first pediatric heart surgery on the West Coast in 1939, conducting the first kidney transplant on a child in 1967, developing the first protective care environment for children undergoing intensive chemotherapy in 1971, and creating the first formal pediatric AIDS program in Southern California in 1986. To this day, the hospital continues to be at the forefront of care, research, and innovation. It is considered one of the top children's hospitals in the nation. The Children's Hospital building was designed in the style of the East Coast with study rooms and screened porches. Los Angeles Children's Hospital. This over here is Kaiser Permanente. So we're looking at Kaiser Permanente right now. We're going to kind of walk across the street and get a view of the actual hospital. Hospital. This is the Saban Research Institute. I'm kind of walk down a little bit down the street so you can get a better view of it on this side. This right here is the walkway between the two. The Cheryl and Hyman Sabin
Ajá, y le digo yo, no, porque le toda la razón.
Merry Christmas. Next, you see the tree up at the Children's Hospital. So you can get an idea how big the campus was. From 4 beds over there is the Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital, straight over there. Sean, okay, right here we're at Sunset and excuse me, Sean, we're right here at Sunset and we are at Sunset and Vermont, and you're gonna go straight that way. I'm not gonna film the whole thing going down.